Well, hello everybody, it's Bug Eater 64, and we're going to be doing Air Hauler 2 flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator today, and we're going to be it's going to have basically, we're going to start with from our new base at Miami International, KMIA, and we're going to 00FL, which is right up here, to deliver about 100 pounds of cargo, and then we're going up to AGR to deliver another 420 pounds of cargo. This is already loaded on the aircraft. Then we're going to go from there down to FD39, pick up some cargo to bring back, and quite a bit. You can see 779 pounds. And we're going to be flying that back to our home base, Miami International. So we're looking at all that together, we're looking at less than 300 miles. You can see here, our first leg is 94 miles, then it's 125. We fly back to FD39 and fly back to the base, which is 84 miles away. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll see how we go. We're already activated the flight, so we've got our fuel, we've got our cargo on board, as you can see here. So let's get in the airplane and we're going to fly with the Tropic Air livery today, just to do something a little bit different. So, let's get going. Okay, here we are inside the cockpit. So let's get things set up, get her started. This is my first real flight out of Miami International as a home base. So we'll see how that goes. This is a very busy airport. So, let's see. Check the controls, mixture, and prop RPM. And of course our throttle. So battery on, beacon on, fuel pump on. Let's get some avionics on so we can see what's going on with the engines. Turn our fuel on. Okay.
TOS system test. Okay.
Thank you, computer.
Miami Airport Information Sierra 16000. Wind 186 at 22. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,200 feet. Few clouds at 4,200 feet. Few clouds at 12,300 feet.
Start the engine.
Temperature 29er. Dew point 10.
We've got getting our ATIS information.
ILS runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 12. DSR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back all
Yeah,
stored
the lights.
instructions.
Strobe.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have Sierra.
Seatbelt and no smoking.
Miami Airport Information Sierra 16000. Wind 186 at 22.
Alright, let's contact ground.
Ground Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-Ray with Sierra request taxi to the active departure to the north. Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray taxi to and hold short of runway 12 using taxiway 73 Sierra Yankee Romeo Zulu Quebec Quebec 1. Contact tower on 123.9 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 12 via taxiway 73 Sierra Yankee Romeo Zulu Quebec Quebec 1 Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray.
Okay, that is runway 12 right there. So we're going to have quite a taxi to get there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that insert. Alright, get my wind indicator. There's a lot of wind today. We're going to have some turbulence to deal with. It's going to make yeah, flying kind of fun. We're going to get bounced around some. Okay, so we've got our nav set up for GPS. Got our trim. Okay, let's see. Clear nav, flight director. Let's go ahead and set our altitude for about 5,000 feet. And let's do start our taxi. So brakes released. Move on our way. Air Hauler 2 has told us we can do that. So we've been taxiing around, and we're going to have to come up here and stop. We've got
Roger, Giant Niner 640.
3 tube liners pulling out. These are generics. They're not actual players, so we'll see how that goes.
Hold position caution, the generic on final.
Hold
All right,
position,
come
Giant
on.
Niner 640.
Should be playing elephant walk music right now. These 3 pulling out.
Ground American 2739 are requesting pushback. American
But that's some of the things you have to deal with in a big airport like this. And we will take our place in line. Okay, so we came around the corner, and then everything came to a stop. The 3 aircraft we were following, there was a 4th aircraft up forward. Let's look at this other thing. It's, yeah, okay. Then we got this bad boy, and I don't know what that is. It's not a 747. Could be an A380. I don't know. It doesn't look big enough for an A380. But we'll see. But there's a 4th tube liner blocking the taxiway up there. It's not moving. Now, in this simulation, I could just pull forward, drive right through them all, and, you know, but I decided, nope, I'm going to try and keep this, you know, realistic. Those airplanes are not moving. So I'm just going to go around them. After waiting 30 some odd minutes. And then that jet that we saw out there that I thought might be a A380, it just drives right through them like it's nothing. You want to talk about a major immersion destroyer?
Roger, Exejet 601.
And then this thing sitting up here parked crosswise on the taxiway. It's little stuff like that drives me crazy. But you know, you got to take the good with the bad. And that's bad. Jet sitting on the taxiway, blocking everything. Okay, I can live with that. But having a jet like this drive right through all of it. And all that jet is doing is making a big circle. He doesn't take off or anything. So, yeah, that part sucked. But I left it in there for your entertainment. So now we're at the whole short line of the runway, and I'm going to go move out onto the runway and get ready to get out of here. So far, from startup to this point, has taken me almost an hour because of all the crap on the taxiway. So we've got between 22 and 32 knots of wind.
Miami Tower, Air Portugal, 95343 miles west inbound ILS runway 12 approach.
Gator 64 Alpha Alpha Delta, X-ray cleared for takeoff runway 12 north, departure approved.
Good, let's go.
Air Portugal 953 Miami Tower. Cleared ILS, runway 12 approach. Altimeter 29.99, wind 186 at 22.
Cleared for takeoff runway 12 Gator 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray.
Alright, we are
2221
gone.
cleared to land runway 12. Wind 186 at 22.
Cleared ILS runway 12 approach Air Portugal 95334.
Cleared to land runway 12 southwest 2221.
Okay, we are
Miami
up.
Tower, Brickyard 4819er, 5 miles northwest, inbound ILS runway 12 approach. Brickyard 4819er, Miami Tower. Cleared ILS, runway 12 approach. Altimeter 29.99, wind 186 at 22. Gator 64 Alpha 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 Delta X-ray. Continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace. Air Portugal 90534 cleared to land runway 12. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 186 at 22.
Okay, so we've just gone by the airport here, getting ready to turn around almost 180 degrees, come back and land because of the wind direction. And we've got 22 knots of wind to deal with, so we get bounced around quite a bit. But this is our first stop. Flaps down. This is a grass runway. Or dirt runway.
Minimums.
Alrighty. Yep, a little bit breezy. Yep. Ooh, there's the wind. Yeah. Get the reversers on. Yeah, that wind is going to be a real issue today. But we'll deal with it. Pull up here to this big, one of the biggest buildings out here. And we'll stop, get everything unloaded, and get ready to take the next leg, which is actually, after looking at the air hauler 2, we're probably just going to go to our final leg to pick up property and head back to base. Is that airport's only about 12 miles from here. Yep. Okay. So we're going to go from 00FL There we are. So, job complete. We made some money.
Zero zero Foxtrot Lima traffic bug eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray is taxiing to runway 12.
Okay, so taxi down to the end of the runway. Head out of here. It's like I said, 12 miles to our next destination. All right, let's get out of here. Brakes released.
Miami Center bug eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray is type Cessna Caravan 1 miles southeast of 00 Foxtrot Lima. Request flight following. Bug eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray Miami Center. Squawk tree 466. Squawk tree 466 bug eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray. Bug eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray radar contact 2 miles southeast of 00 Foxtrot Lima 600 feet. Altimeter 29.95. Generic 478 contact Miami Center on 134.55.
All right, so 12 miles to
Going to
go.
134.55 generic 478.
And here we are on final approach. Another dirt runway. Some of this flight you can really see how the wind buffets it around, knocks this airplane, which is quite a bit heavier than a Cessna, but still, you get up in the 20 knots of breeze and everything, it'll buffet it around pretty good.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Vertical speed 148, side slip 180.0.
So not a bad landing. Get over here and stop and get ready to pick up
Foxtrot Delta
cargo.
39er traffic leader 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray is clear of the runway.
Alright, so we're ready to go. We've got our cargo picked up. Get down to the end of the runway and get ready for takeoff back to home base. And we're going to do it a little bit different this time. Get a different perspective looking at it from the outside for the takeoff. Always like the Caravan. Just a good looking aircraft, a turboprop. And with a reverser capability on it, it's easy to see why this aircraft is used in so many third world countries as a mainstay for, you know, unimproved airports and runways and so on. Because you can stop it pretty quick and you can get it in the air pretty quick if you need to. It does not take a lot of ground to get into or out of. The weather looks actually pretty good, and for some reason you hear thunder and there's been some lightning that, with the clouds the types they are, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But alrighty, so flaps in takeoff position.
Foxtrot Delta 39er traffic leader 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray taking off runway 15 departing straight.
Made our radio call. Run the throttle up. Brake released. Rotate. All right, so we've got about 84 miles back to base. rainstorm way off in the distance with a big clap of lightning in it. More thunder.
South of Foxtrot Delta Tree Niner. Request flight following.
Palm Beach 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray Palm Beach approach. Squawk 1617.
Squawk 1617 Buggeater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray.
Alright, here we are on approach to runway 12. Now, I've been given clearance to land, but there's about 5 other generic jets that have been given clearance to land at the same time. So this could get interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Envoy 3726 exit runway unable. Southwest 3306 cleared to land runway 12. Number 2 for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 166 at 30. Clear to land runway 12, number 2, Southwest 3306. Envoy 3726 exit runway unable.
Yeah, in other words, get out of my way because I'm coming in.
Minimums.
Envoy 3726, contact
A lot of
ground on
wind.
127.5.
100.
0.3726.
40,
Southwest 3306, go around.
30, 20,
Big tube liner coming right up my tailpipe. You can hear him and see him off to the left, going around. Okay, now let's see if we can keep it on the runway with this
Vertical speed
wind.
148, side slip 180.0.
Okay, smooth landing.
Going to 120.5 Southwest 3306. Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray contact ground on 120.35.
120.35 Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray. Ground Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray, request taxi to parking.
I'm going to park right here in front of this building.
Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway 1615 Yankee 2 Whiskey Yankee 1 Juliet Juliet November Zulu Mike Tree cross runway 8 right Lima Tree Lima 2 cross runway 8 left kilo 2 kilo.
Sure, what she said.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway 1 Tree Yankee 1 Juliet Juliet November Zulu Mike Tree cross runway 8 right Lima Tree Lima 2 cross runway 8 left kilo 2 kilo Bug Eater 64 Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray.
Okay, we're going to park it right here. Oh. Cut her down and call it a day. Turn off all my lights. And avionics. And a battery. Welcome back to Miami International. Job complete. More thunder and a clear blue sky. All right, everybody, we are back home at Miami International. Got the flights done, so we'll go ahead and call it a day. Made about $10,000. Got one mission left for another $5,000, so we'll get that done. But it was a pretty good flight. The weather does some weird stuff in this sim, and we've got cumulus clouds and stuff like that, and yet we've got lightning. So they were that's one of the things they were supposed to have fixed. Apparently they haven't. So anyway, this is Bug Eater 64, and I sure enjoyed having you along for the flight. Hope you had a good time, and until next time, as always, remember, safe flying.